What is saying, people? Back with a bang. This is the money management. Let's talk money. Let's talk making money. Let's talk money mistakes to avoid in your 20s. Now, of course, I'm still in my early 20s, so I don't know all the money mistakes you could possibly have. I understand that. But today, I'm going to give you 5 money mistakes which I have seen, I have made, people close to me have made, mistakes I've been told about for us who are in our 20s, for those of you who are going to enter your 20s, just so you guys can avoid these mistakes and not make the same mistakes I and so many other people have made. So let's get into it. 1. Eating out and drinking alcohol. Now, I put these two together, but for some of you it's one, for some of you it's the other, for some of you it's both. They come together. It's so easy to eat out 5, 6, 7 times a week. In fact, it's easy to eat out 10 times a week because some people eat out for breakfast, they eat out for dinner, they go 2 days later, they go 3 days later, back to back. It's much easier to eat out, I understand. It's more profitable to stay at home and cook. There's so many recipes you can find for cheap online, from your friends, wherever, to cook meals at home and save money. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to eat out. It's great to have a good time. But drinking alcohol, eating out, that takes so much of your money away, so much of your time away. Because, quite frankly, going to the club Friday, Saturday, twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, and spending money on alcohol is not doing anything for you. Yes, you're enjoying your time, but personally I think the 20s are a little bit overrated when it comes to partying and stuff. The parties you do in your 20s is no different to your 30s. You might think, I'm young, let me enjoy it now. I don't think that's the case. From what I've seen and what I've heard, that's not really the case. Added to that, it's expensive and it gets old. Spending money on bottles in the club just to look nice, spending money on drinks for girls, all that stuff, it's a mistake really, and in your 20s, that's one of the biggest mistakes you need to avoid. 2. Having a child too early. So if you listen to what I said having a child too early. Not having a child, but too early. So obviously, usually in people's 20s is when they have their first child. Sometimes it's before, sometimes it's after. But in your 20s, try not to have a child too early. Not before you're ready, not before you're financially, stable. Because I understand a lot of people make mistakes. But this mistake here is a very costly one. Not only does it take away a lot of your money because you're providing for the child, taking care of them, keeping them healthy, but it also takes a lot of your time. Let's say you have a kid at 21. By the time you're 27, your kid is 6 years old. You might still, not be completely set, have to take your child to childcare, child to school, look after them, buy them toys, buy them gifts, satisfy them, help them, all that stuff. It's an expensive mistake and it's a time costly mistake. And again, if you're financially free, if you're set, if you're 21, you're making 400,000 a year and living off 100,000 a year, sure, have a child whenever you're ready. But the mistake I'm trying to tell you guys to avoid is having a child too early. 3. Buying an expensive car. This is another huge mistake that so many people make. I've made it myself, many of my friends have made it, even worse than me. This mistake here is quite frankly a stupid one, let's be honest. Buying an expensive car just to show off, just to drive something quick, just because you're impatient, we don't really need to do it. Pumping money into a car instead of pumping money into a business or something which could actually benefit us long term doesn't make any sense. Why buy an expensive car which you can't afford? Why buy something which is, going to depreciate, which you're going to end up being underwater in? If you guys don't know what that means, that's when your car is worth a lot less than you owe. I've been in that situation and trust me, you do not want to be in that situation. There's just no point. Get yourself something, instead of something, latest car, 2019, 2018, get something from 2010 which runs smooth, doesn't have too many miles in it, and does the job. If you can, get it cashed down. If not, buy something with a small loan, small interest rate, nothing crazy, just to wow the people. Quite frankly, if you're trying to buy a really nice foreign car or whatever, you're just trying to impress people who don't even care. You're going to enjoy that car for a while, but after some time you're going to realize, did I even need to buy this car? It's taking a lot of my money each month. I'm paying, $500,000 each month for it. Quite frankly, I could be doing a lot more things with that. Taking a holiday, going, seeing new sites, even investing in myself, saving up, so many different things. So try not to buy an expensive car. 4. Student loan debt. Now, of course, everyone's always told to get a great education, this and that. Quite frankly, that's true. But are you going to take a massive loan out, be in six-figure debt after you finish school? Does that make sense? It's your 20s, not your 40s. If just because you don't get a great education from college in your 20s doesn't mean you're going to fail. There are many people who can make money, succeed without an education. Quite frankly, if you have to take a loan out because you want to be a doctor or lawyer, sure. If you want to start your own business, you want to be a YouTuber, you want to, run a podcast, and you're just taking a student loan debt just because you want to, just because it's the normal thing to do, stop and think and don't do it. That's a big mistake. Taking out huge loans of debt, hundreds of thousands, just so you can graduate from, who knows, maybe a school which is not even going to get you a great job afterwards. So if you can pay for college, or your parents can pay for college, or you can find a way to pay for it, sure, go ahead. But if you really cannot pay at all and you're going to take a huge loan out, which is going to, hold you back for the rest of your life after your 20s, do not do it. 5, avoiding risks. Yes, you heard me right. I didn't say taking risks, I said avoiding risks. This is a huge mistake which people do not realize. Avoiding risk in your 20s is a bad idea. It's your 20s. Now's the time to take risks. Try new things. See what you can do. See if you can get lucky. See if you can learn a craft or a skill which is going to pay you for life. You have to take risks in your 20s. If you don't have a child, you don't have a family to take care of, you don't have that much rent, all that stuff, you can succeed. Put your money into somewhere else. If you avoid the first 4 things I said, you've got a lot of money to play with and you should use it to take risks. Do not avoid taking risks because, quite frankly, maybe you're going to get somewhere you never thought you could get to. Who knows? Avoiding taking risks. Invest in yourself, put a little money into something, try and, start a business, learn a skill, put some money and time into something, take a risk. Maybe, if you're stable enough and you're doing well enough in your side hustle, quit your job and start focusing 100% on your side hustle. There are so many ways to get rich. If you're in your 20s, take the risks which you can need to just change your life. Who knows? Maybe that one risk you take, maybe that one day you try and start an online business, it will change your life. Side hustles might take over your life. You might find out more about yourself than you ever did before, than you ever would have in your 30s or 40s, when you've got a lot more responsibility, a lot less time, and more people to take care of, more issues financially, all that kind of stuff. So those are the 5 top mistakes I'll give you to avoid in your 20s. Make sure you're taking them into consideration in your life and be careful of those mistakes. But anyway, that's it for today's video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all the good stuff. I've got money to be making. See you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.